What's up, everypony? Ian here. What can I say about the Asus VH236H that hasn't been said before? It's the first monitor or display that has allowed me to experience full high definition up to 1080p. Prior to getting the monitor, I mostly watched TV and played video games in standard definition, not even progressive scan or enhanced definition. And the only televisions I have used were only capable of 480 interlaced. I do have and have used a computer monitor to convert standard definition video to VGA, but the monitor itself is 4:3 full screen. So even if I was able to convert high def to that format, it would not be widescreen. The only high-def widescreen content I could experience was off of either of my laptops, which were both widescreen that at least exceeded 1280 by 720 progressive. Another thing about transitioning from standard definition to high definition is lag from having an HD TV pull double duty and upscale the image before displaying it. I think I have experienced this briefly testing a console on someone else's HD TV playing Busta Groove 2. And I remember one time Choco Token told me not to play Busta Groove on an HD TV for frame rate reasons, which is something similar if not the same. This was something I may have needed to consider before jumping and just buying an HD TV. Enter the Asus monitor. The VH236H is also known as the Evo 2K9 monitor, as it was the official sponsor, officially used monitor in the annual Evolution Championship Series in 2009. I'm no fighting game nut like Daigo Umehara or Justin Wong or Yipes, so I can't deeply vouch for how well it performs in that area. But as a casual average gamer, I can say that this is a pretty decent monitor for what I use it for. I don't want to get too much into detail with its specs, especially since most of it is beyond the scope of my own technical knowledge. You could look that up yourself. It has built-in stereo speakers, and it is capable of 1920 by 1080 progressive, full high definition. There's also different color settings, known as the Splendid Video Enhancement technology. I just keep it at game setting, as its vibrant color is just bright enough for me to see detail in dark environments in video games. Now I should mention that this is technically a computer monitor, and not an HD TV per se. I could plug an HDMI cable to this from a DVR tuner box and watch television on this thing with stereo sound, and the HD programming would be in HD, no less, but that requires the said tuner box. I could also directly plug a high-definition console, such as an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3, via HDMI and be able to play either. The connections include the obligatory power cable, a VGA input, DVI input, and HDMI input. There's also a line-in port via TRS phone plug that could be used for audio when used with the VGA or in some cases the DVI input. If using this with HDMI, either DVI to HDMI or just straight HDMI, the monitor uses the audio signal from that connection. There's also an earphone out port for separate speaker or headset connection, and SP-Diff out via a single RCA coaxial connection color-coded orange. Assuming you bought this new, out of the box you'll get a VGA cable, DVI cable, and a phone plug audio cable. Conspicuously not included is an HDMI cable. Apparently Asus and other companies are stingy and require us to buy HDMI cables separately, considering they're the best connection in the market today. As of the date of the production of this video, I do not own a PS3 or an Xbox 360, so I cannot say how well the monitor performs with those consoles. However, with certain HDMI converters, I have used the Wii and other component output devices with this monitor just as successfully as I would use a regular standard definition television. Consoles such as the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Wii look awesome and the graphics are clean and crisp. I should mention that with the adapter I'm using, I cannot change the aspect ratio to its proper 4:3 proportions. So unless the game has a widescreen mode, which very few do, it's going to look horizontally stretched. This is not so much a problem for the Wii, however, as it does have widescreen mode accessible from its own system menu. The adapter I used here is the XCM HDMI blaster. The functionality with other HDMI adapters may vary. I intend to show a separate video of the HDMI blaster in the future. Also note that I taped a Wii sensor bar to the top of the monitor. The bezel of the VH236H is slanted, and the smooth surface frequently causes the sensor bar to slip off when I'm using this to play the Wii. Even older consoles such as the original PlayStation 1 and the Super Nintendo also show superb visuals on the Asus. Here I am using an upscaling VCR DVD recorder combo with S-Video line inputs and multiple outputs, including one HDMI. Games such as Buster Groove and Buster Groove 2 play as well as it does when I'm using an old television. I should mention these are music rhythm games that require the no-lag response time I need to even be halfway decent at. Once again, I should mention that at high definition output settings, video that is originally intended to be 4:3 will be stretched to 16:9 widescreen. The VCR DVD recorder I use is a Magnavox ZV427NG9. Again, the functionality with other upscaling DVD recorders or composite or S-Video AV scalers/converters may vary. I will show a separate video of this combo unit in the future. Another thing I noticed is that there is little to no overscan. That means a lot of the edges are visible on the video. And for video games, especially the old ones, that means large black borders. I fully intend to explain this phenomenon in a future video. I hope you enjoyed me showing my experience with the Asus VH236H monitor. Please subscribe to and share my channel at youtube.com/Inuyasha. Add me on facebook.com/Inuyasha. Take care and keep on gaming.